NDA government has invested more than 1 lakh crore in highways related projects in Karnataka only in the recent years. Just for highway related, the total money which has come is over 1 lakh crores. Okay. Many greenfield corridors are being built under Bharatmala Pariyojana Phase 1. I'll just name 3 of them. Bengaluru-Chennai Expressway, Bengaluru Ring Road, Solapur-Kurnool-Chennai Corridor. These 3 are happening under the roads. Then of course air connectivity, 7 operationalized airports under UDAN. All of them are nicely getting modernized. Then you know the newly constructed Shivamogga airport has been inaugurated in February 23. Also in March, the foundation stone for a new terminal building in Hubballi and Belgavi have been established. Now if all this is the side of the central government, without going into details because you are all people in the ground here, what is the state government's contribution? High inflation, much higher than the national average. And how am I saying that? Inflation between June 23 and June 24, the national average was 5.4%. Karnataka is at 6.1%. Okay? And what's the contrast within Karnataka? Between June 22 and May 23, Karnataka was lower than the national average. What was the national average at that time? 6%. But Karnataka kept its inflation rate at 5.39%. So there was a year, not too far away, when inflation was lesser in Karnataka than the national average. But now inflation is higher than the national average. You know the reasons for it. I'll highlight the reasons. Petrol price was hiked by 3 rupees for petrol and 3.5 for diesel. Milk prices have gone up by 5 rupees. Property guidance value has been hiked from 25% to 30%. Stamp duty charges have increased by 200 to 500%. Vehicle registration fees have been hiked by 3%. An additional 10% lifetime tax on EV vehicles have been imposed. So inflation is naturally higher than national average. Revenue deficit, very high. Capital expenditure spending not happening or even reduced, with statements saying because I'm doing all the welfare which I promised, all the 5 package that I've given, I can't spend money on capital expenditure. If you don't spend money on capital expenditure, employment is not going to come to Karnataka. You won't have your youth getting employed. Unless capital expenditure money is spent, your demand will not increase, consumption will not increase, youth employment will not happen. But capital expenditure is not happening in Karnataka. Open market borrowings are increased. It's already touched over 1 lakh crore. Borrowing after borrowing to, well, fulfill the promise. Then there was a time when Karnataka was revenue surplus, not very far away, just 2 years ago. But now it is revenue deficit. Industry is leaving. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to take the names of the companies who are going out. You all know it also. Law and order is worsening. And because law and order is worsening, industry is more scared to be here. They want to get out. Worst is of the lot, SC/ST funds being siphoned off and putting the blame on everybody else. Particularly on the Valmiki, you know the kind of scandal which is going on. I don't want to elaborate on it. There are more that I can speak on what is happening in Karnataka. With this administration, a state which was healthy, a state which was revenue surplus, a state which was spending on capital expenditure, a state which drew investment into Karnataka, today is frightening investments out of the state. And because of the various steps that they are taking one after the other, I am not sure even if they're consulting industry, if they're consulting stakeholders. So I'll stop there. Thank you for listening to my patient.